Does your cat or dog tear at your screen door? Well, I've got a permanent fix for you, and you're not going to want to miss this video. And if you want to continue to improve your knowledge around trucks towing and all things RV and camping related, start now by subscribing and click the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Here, let me get the screen door so I don't let any bugs in. Yeah, we had a bit of an incident. Let me take you back to New Hampshire on July 5th, and I'll show you what happened to put us in this situation. What the heck is that? That's what the heck it is. We've got new air conditioning, courtesy of our puppy dog. Thanks, Twilight. She's panting and shaking something wicked. It's okay. It's okay. So at the time, yeah, I was pretty upset. But what can you do? She is our family pet. We love her very dearly. She's just like a fourth child in the family, to tell you the truth. So, a little bit of an accident like this, it happens. After the fact, we did feel pretty bad for her. I mean, she must have been in quite a state to tear this screen out. And actually, and I don't know if it's clawing or actually chewing with her teeth to get some of that skirt off the bottom of the door in an attempt to try to get out of the RV. We're just fortunate she's only 11 pounds and the level of damage she can do is quite limited. I could have repaired the screen. We did have some damage before from her with thunder and lightning. Anything loud like that she does not do well with. Rather than continuing to repair screens, I looked for a better fix to that. So what I've decided to do is get a piece of plexiglass and put that into the window. Then at least she still gets to see out, we can see in. She's not going to be able to tear the plexiglass out, and we still have the screen up top. That'll still give us that positive circulation of air through the body of the RV that we want to maintain. So what really tipped me off to doing it this way is within the aluminum frame there's no channel on the top, but I did notice a double channel along here. So what I'm going for is seating it in the outside channel here, which is bounded by the top bracket and the bottom bracket. So with the dimensioning, I went from outside to outside and added in about 3/16 of an inch on each end of the panel. So what I did was measured the opening in here, bottom to top, both ways. Horizontally was the same at top and bottom. Vertically, we were out by, I believe it was 1/8 of an inch. So when I sized the plexiglass to get it cut, I did have to do that. So it's a slight bit higher on one side than the other. Just got to make sure that I put it in that way. And the fit's probably going to tell me whether I'm putting it in right or wrong. I measured 3 times, got them to cut once. We'll see what it turns into here. Let's try it. So I've got good fit on that edge. This one's a little tight. So that tells me I gotta turn it around. This was the higher end. So it is looking a little extra snug over here. I'm going to take a block with some sandpaper, just take a bit of that off, make sure we get a snug enough fit, but one that's not jammed in there. In the meantime, I'm also going to pull away all of the old screen and the gasket that we no longer need here. Clean that out. Similarly on the horizontal, it's just for this window panel itself, or for the screen panel itself. There we go. All cleaned up. Make sure I sand the right end. It's just a sheet of paper and a 4x4. We'll see if it does the trick. And I've left the protective plastic over the plexiglass on here for now, just so that I'm not scratching it up before it's even in place. Try her fit again. Just a little more off the end. Smells like that rubber dam they stick in your mouth at the dentist's office. That's a memory I could do without right now. Then the idea is to flex the plexiglass, and then I can slide this in the notch and it should pop right into place. Okay, that looks pretty good. Something I missed at the time is the 2 screws here, so it's not perfectly plumb along the edge here. It does seat nicely here, and as you go along it does bow out a tiny bit to get by those screws, and then back into the channel. So let's peel the plastic off and see how she looks. Clean up those few little bits. So I'll clean up the fines from my sandpapering, and I'm going to use a clear kitchen and bath adhesive caulk. It's just a cheap caulk, and basically it's just to keep the plexiglass in place and eliminate that annoying banging sound. Plus, with the door slammed, if it flexes, if the dog's jumping on it. So I'll just do a fine bead around the inside and outside, just to firm up the placement and positioning of the plexiglass. That looks good. Now it's time for the caulking. It says clear, and it shows white. Hopefully it'll dry clear. We're pot committed at this point, so let's have at it. And if it's too thin at this point, I can always come back and add on a little more. So I finished up on the caulking. I did all 4 sides on the outside and also on the inside. So it might take a couple days for it to clear. I'll check it tomorrow night and see how firm it's getting. Yeah, it's firming up pretty good. I might need to put an extra run of bead across all of them. I just want to make sure it's as thick as possible, just in case the dog freaks out again and she's up jumping on it. It's not it's not pushing it a lot. Not that she's going to pop it out. With 3/16 of an inch of plexiglass on both sides. Took a lot of effort to get it in there, so there's no way an 11-pound dog is going to push it out. Oh, you're still here. Well, thanks for keeping an eye on the door last night. Let's take a look and see how it's doing. Well, as the instructions said, it did go on white, and it is dry and clear, which is good to see. So what I do want to do is add a little more bead on the top and bottom, just for that added bit of resistance to any sort of deflection or forces that our dog might put on the window. But I'm just looking at it. I'm pretty pleased with it. I like it. So I put the bead on, just smooth it out a bit with my finger. And the beauty part with it drying on clear is I don't have to get too fussy with how this is going to look. Smooth out that bead on the top. Smoothing down here. So that should do the trick. I will let that cure for another 24 hours and we'll have a look at it tomorrow night, but we pretty much should have this one in the bag. Well, I think we're going to get the ultimate test of my door repair. We got a bit of a thunderstorm coming through at the campsite, and Twilight is already pawing at the plexiglass. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Hello, Twilight. Yeah, she's not a happy camper now with the thunder coming. She's pawing and pushing on it. So there's that second bead I put on here. It is still showing white. It's starting to clear up a little bit. So hopefully after a couple more days it'll dry out better. It's been really humid too, so I don't know if that's making a difference. That's exactly where the holes in our screen were initially. Oh, poor thing. So I may end up with lots of scratches on this. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So it's been 7 days since I've done the last touch-up with the caulking, and as you can see, it has dried up clear, and it's the stickiness is gone now. It did take almost the 7 days to get rid of the stickiness, but it's cured up pretty good now. I am pretty happy with it. It does take a lot of force and resistance. I'm pushing pretty hard on it, and I'm not breaking the seal along the top and bottom. Recalling the top and bottom, the only thing holding it in place is the caulking. On the left and right side, it is recessed into the door frame itself. We are having a bit of scratching. So there's some scratching. She has been at it a couple times. There was a big truck went by here at the campsite, and that set her off when we were outside. So she had a really good go at the door. So there are some micro scratches there. Generally, you really don't see them. I look close enough and I can see them because I'm 8 inches away from it. Other than that, I'm really pleased with this fix, and I'm not going to have to worry about replacing the screen every 6 months. What do you think? And Twilight still gets to look outside. Thank you so much for watching the video today. If you got any benefit out of it, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're looking to increase your knowledge around truck towing and all things RV and camping related. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.